afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Friday.
It's Friday.
Busy weekend in Madison.
Yeah, very busy weekend and a hot weekend, too.
Yeah, we'll get to the weather coming up. But how a wedding anniversary turned tragic as lightning kills a Janesville couple tops our news today. They were visiting the nation's capital.
The former president is on his way to the Badger State. Our Will Keneally will have a live report on Donald Trump's rally.
And the monkeypox outbreak is now a public health emergency in the United States. Let's take a look outside. Sunny day. What are these folks doing?
I think this is the Frisbee golf group at Elver Park.
Okay.
Yeah. Sweltering
heat, followed by storms. Gary Canalti's in the backyard. That sounds like a pleasant weekend.
Well, 1-2 punch. We have the heat and humidity for tomorrow, and the heat will break, but at the expense of having some thunderstorms. Visible cloud track right now shows plenty of sunshine, and that's warming our temperatures up nicely here. Another day with a lot of sunshine. On Doppler track, been a couple of showers and thunderstorms near the southern portion of Lake Michigan, and then also a few showers and storms out to the west into parts of western Minnesota. But we're kind of in between right now, so we're staying high and dry, even though temperatures are starting to rise. We're at 85 right now in Madison. You can see most of Dane County seeing temperatures in the middle 80s. Right now, 83 degrees over in Mount Horeb. And current temperatures across southern Wisconsin are pretty uniform, mainly in the lower to middle 80s, just a tad cooler closer to Lake Michigan, but not by much. The dew point temperatures are starting to climb. We're in the mid 60s in Madison, but now those dew points are closer to 70 degrees down toward the Illinois state line. That means our humidity levels are starting to increase, and you'll feel the moisture in the air. So for this evening, look for mostly clear skies. It'll be warm with temperatures only dropping into the upper 70s by late evening, but we do have an alert day in the forecast for the high heat and humidity. That for tomorrow with heat index readings perhaps above 100 degrees. As we check out first warn traffic right now, the belt line at Stoughton Road looking pretty good. We were seeing a couple of delays earlier, but with the flex lanes open, just a bit of a slowdown as the flex lanes end close to the interstate, and a little bit of a delay northbound on I-39-90 just past the Beltline interchange. Otherwise, traffic moving pretty good around the Madison area. Again, Highway 14 south of Oregon is closed for construction. There are detours in that area. I-39-90 and I-94 eastward toward Milwaukee, no problems there, as well as the major interstates to the north of Madison, heading into the Dells and out toward Beaver Dam. That's your news for now. First warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. First at 4, we're following breaking news just into the newsroom. FBI agents are warning people in our area to be on the lookout for this man.
They say Joshua Jonathan Luke Brown shot at agents in Georgia last week, but they didn't catch him. Now they think he may be in the Johnson Creek area. An FBI agent we spoke to say Brown recently worked in the area and may have returned. They're offering a $25,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. They consider him armed and dangerous. If you do see him, call 911, or we posted a way to send a tip to the FBI at channel3000.com.
Our other top story this Friday, a husband and wife from Janesville were killed by lightning last night in Washington, D.C.
A large bolt of lightning momentarily lit up the White House during a powerful thunderstorm in the nation's capital. The two from Janesville, as well as 2 other people, had taken shelter in Lafayette Square, just north of the White House, standing near a tree. All 4 sustained critical, life-threatening injuries and were taken to area hospitals.
One of the 2 people, actually, husband and wife, 75 and 76-year-old husband and wife who was visiting Washington D.C. from Wisconsin. Unfortunately, they died of their injuries this morning.
They have been identified as 76-year-old James Mueller and 75-year-old Donna Mueller. The couple was in Washington, D.C., celebrating their 56th wedding anniversary. Their niece told News 3 Now the 2 were high school sweethearts and were semi-retired. They had 5 children, 10 grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren. During Friday's press briefing, the White House press secretary addressed the lightning strike outside the White House.
This is the people's house. It should be a place all can see. We are saddened by the tragic loss of life after the lightning strike in Lafayette Park last night. Our hearts are with the families who lost lives, who lost loved ones, and we are praying for those still fighting for their lives.
Our reporter Catherine Merck has been in Janesville talking to the Muellers' friends, and she'll have that story at 5 o'clock.
Milwaukee has been officially selected to host the 2024 Republican National Convention. The announcement was made this noon in Milwaukee. Earlier this week, Nashville's Metro Council chose not to approve an agreement to host the convention, effectively paving the way for Milwaukee to take on the role. There was broad bipartisan support for holding the event in Milwaukee.
You know, political conventions are a really special and uniquely American tradition. 2024 will be another chapter in a long story of great moments, great speeches, and great candidates.
This will be another chance for Milwaukee, which was selected to host the 2020 Democratic Convention that had to be moved online due to the COVID pandemic. And today in Waukesha, former President Trump is holding a rally.
He's in Wisconsin endorsing his pick in the Republican race for governor and some down-ballot races. Political reporter Will Keneally is there with more. Will?
So the president is supposed to speak tonight at 7, but in a few minutes we'll hear from some of those down-ballot candidates that he's supporting. That includes the primary challenger to Assembly Speaker Robin Vos and conservative state rep Janelle Brandtjen, who's known for questioning the 2020 election. Ahead of the rally, Democrats in Waukesha held a news conference. They said the recent endorsements in the race by national figures will be hard for the candidates to run away from in the fall. So we have Trump endorsing Tim Michels in the race and Mike Pence endorsing Rebecca Clayfish. And this sets up a showdown for next Tuesday when we will see how much of an influence Trump still has in Wisconsin politics. Reporting from Waukesha, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Will. A 34-year-old Middleton man was arrested this morning after police said he beat a woman and stole her car at a Madison Walmart before leading deputies on a chase through parts of Sauk, Columbia, and Dane counties. The woman was attacked while she was loading groceries into her car at the Walmart on the east side. A man beat her after she refused to hand over her car keys. 2 store employees tried to help, but the suspect backed into one of them as he drove away in the woman's vehicle. All of the people involved had minor injuries. The stolen car was spotted going into Lodi a short time later. Officers used tire deflation devices on the car, but the driver kept going, eventually spinning out of control. He was arrested after he jumped out of the car. News 3 Now is not naming the suspect at this time as part of a policy not to name people accused of crimes until they have been formally charged in court.
The CDC has lowered the risk level for COVID in Dane and some surrounding counties. We've dropped from high to medium. Public health officials had urged Dane County residents to wear masks in public places when we were in the high bracket. The monkeypox outbreak is now a public health emergency in the U.S. That means the government will free up more money and other resources to increase vaccine production. The demand for monkeypox vaccines continues to skyrocket nationwide. San Francisco was the first major city to declare a public health emergency, and this week lines formed around the block outside hospitals for the vaccine.
The reality is that vaccine supplies in our country are limited.
The vast majority of cases have been found among men who have sex with men, but health officials stress anybody can get it. At least 5 children have contracted the virus. Monkeypox is primarily transmitted through skin-to-skin contact or exposure to contaminated clothing or bedding, but it can spread through respiratory droplets. While it's rarely fatal, patients say monkeypox is excruciating.
And New York State health officials are urging parents to get their children vaccinated against polio. The polio virus, which is almost completely eradicated in the U.S., has been detected in at least 7 different wastewater samples in 2 adjacent counties north of New York City. So far, only 1 person has tested positive for the disease.
Polio is extremely infectious. It's very good about transmitting. And so by looking for it in the wastewater system, into the sewers, we can actually see whether or not there's a detection, not just in one particular household, but within a community.
New York health officials and the CDC confirm the virus originated from the oral polio vaccine, a live vaccine, which is used in other countries, but that vaccine is no longer given in the U.S. Senate Democrats have reached a deal to move forward with a bill they say would reduce energy and health costs.
And the bill could get an initial vote as early as this weekend.
Natalie Brand has more from Capitol Hill.
In a major step forward for Senate Democrats' climate and health care bill, Arizona's Kyrsten Sinema announced late Thursday that she's now on board.
I'm pleased we have reached an agreement on the Inflation Reduction Act that I believe will receive the support of the entire Senate Democratic Conference.
Sinema reached an agreement with the Senate Majority Leader to remove a tax provision that mainly impacted private equity and hedge fund managers.
Senator Sinema said she would not vote for the bill, not even move to proceed unless we took it out, so we had no choice.
This paves the way for an initial vote on the bill as soon as this weekend.
This bill is a game changer for working families and our economy. I look forward to the Senate taking up this legislation and passing it as soon as possible.
Democrats need to use a budget tool known as reconciliation to pass the bill with just a simple majority, since no Republican senators support the measure.
To Manchin and Sinema, I admire you at times and I oppose you now. And I think what you're doing is that you're empowering the most radical people in this country to tax and spend at a time we can ill afford it.
Democrats argue the tax increases in their bill will reduce the deficit. It would also invest nearly $370 billion in energy and climate programs, with a goal of lowering energy costs and reducing emissions by 40% by 2030. The legislation includes tax incentives to buy clean energy and investment to build it, as well as grants aimed at cleaner ports, forests, and coastal habitats. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And the bill also allows Medicare to begin negotiating prescription drug prices, and it extends the tax credits for people buying insurance through the Affordable Care Act.
The pressure is to bring Brittany Griner back to the U.S. is growing stronger after she was sentenced to 9 years in prison yesterday in Russia. In a show of support, players from Brittany Griner's team, the Phoenix Mercury, locked arms with members of the Connecticut Sun and held a moment of silence before their game last night. President Biden called Griner's sentence unacceptable and vowed to work to bring her home. But Russia still has not accepted a U.S. proposed prisoner swap that was put forth weeks ago.
Can you give us a comment on Brittany Griner, sir?
I'm hopeful. We're working hard.
The punishment was just short of the 10-year maximum sentence for the charges because Griner had less than a gram of cannabis oil in her luggage when she arrived in Russia in February.
Well, still to come at 4 today was the day to fill the boat to make sure students have all the supplies they need for the new school year.
When we come back, we'll head down to Lake Wingra and see how full the boat is and how you can still help out. That's when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sheesh Raval with the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on shoulder pain relief.
Rebecca Clayfish, and your choice for governor is clear. I'm the Tea Party mom who took on the Madison establishment and won. Tim Michaels is a Madison insider who's enriched himself with your tax dollars. I stood with Scott Walker to cut your taxes. Tim Michaels sided with the union bosses and pushed to raise our gas tax to make himself richer. Tim Michaels is out for himself. I'm Rebecca Clayfish. As governor, I'll always fight for you.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breztri. Breztri gives me better breathing and helps prevent flare-ups. Before Breasttree, I was stuck in the past. I still had bad days. Flare-ups, which kept me from doing what I love. My doctor said, for my COPD, it was time for Breasttree. Breasttree gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups. Like no other COPD medicine, Breasttree was proven to reduce flare-ups by 52%.
Breasttree won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breasttree more than prescribed. Breasttree may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help. If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breasttree.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses I proudly helped as lieutenant governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
Welcome back, everyone. Sorry, kids. The first day of school is less than a month away. Can you believe it?
Where'd the summer go?
Yeah, I know. News 3 Now wants to help make sure that every student is prepared for success.
We're once again teaming up with the Boys and Girls Club for the Back to School Fill the Boat Drive on Lake Wingra. Talil Moldine joins us there live now to share more on those efforts. How's things going, Talil?
As you can see, we are well on our way to filling up this boat, and you know, we are trying to get as many supplies as possible. Now, you can still come down to Lake Wingra to drop off anything from backpacks, Lysol wipes, and crayons, and more, really, if you want to help out. Now, since this morning, dozens of people have come by with their supply donations, some even with checks. Among those donors was Pam Gilbo, who says it just made sense for her to making sure hundreds of kids would be better prepared for the school year.
I actually also work in a school, so I know how much need there is out there for teachers and students. So I guess I just always like to get some extra stuff for kids.
So, no, in elementary? Last year, the Boys and Girls Club, with the help of News 3, was able to raise $20,000 and pack hundreds of packbacks for students. Now, for a full list of those items still needed, you can visit channel3000.com. Now, today is the last day of what has been a week-long fundraiser, but we'll be here with live music and food until 9. We hope you can come by, donate, and make a difference. Live from Lake Wingra, Tahim Haddin, News 3 Now.
Plenty of time to help out.
And thanks to everybody who's donated
Absolutely.
so far.
Lots of good stuff. Well, the red-hot labor market is still going strong.
That is according to new government data that was released today. The Labor Department says the economy added 528,000 jobs in July. That's more than double what economists had anticipated. Unemployment also ticked down to 3.5%, hitting pre-pandemic levels.
It's a somewhat surprising result, with gains broad-based among totally different kinds of sectors: leisure and hospitality, business and professional services, government, all these different areas seeing a big uptick in hiring.
Despite those gains, leisure and hospitality is still down more than 1 million jobs from its February 2020 level. The salon industry, which has for a long time, stylists struggled during the pandemic. They're having trouble staying a cut above, not finding enough workers. Consumers are seeing some relief in the system. Mortgage rates dropped this week, and drivers have seen more than 50 days of lower gas prices.
And stocks closed mixed following those job report numbers. The Dow Industrials added 76 points, ending the week at 32,803. The NASDAQ, however, fell 63 points. The S&P 500 was off 6. Well, Donald Trump's appearance tonight is just another wrinkle in this year's election in Wisconsin.
There are other issues that will influence how voters select their candidates both Tuesday and in November. Reporter Naomi Coles assembled 3 of the state's prominent political reporters in the Capitol Rotunda to examine those issues for this week's For the Record program. Here's a preview.
We're living in a time when it feels like every headline is intense, serious national news. We just saw a 50-year precedent, Roe v. Wade, fall. We are seeing several mass shootings, darken our headlines in a way that's really affecting the entire country. We're seeing inflation. We're seeing major conflict overseas. Jesse, how is all of this reshaping how candidates are approaching their platforms?
I think that remains to be seen in some ways. Something that I think we think about as reporters is we're so mired in this and in the weeds in it every day when, the majority of the public may not even be paying attention to the elections yet. But they are paying attention to things like inflation because they feel it and they see it every day. You fill up your gas tank and you're thinking about it. If you're going to the doctor, you're thinking about your access to health care. So, I think we're seeing Democrats focus a lot on the Roe decision right now. I think that's something that they think is going to motivate their party. That remains to be seen. On the flip side of that, Republicans are really latching on to the inflation argument. And when you've got Democrats in power at the federal level and at the state level to a degree, at least in the executive, it's pretty easy for Republicans to pin that on the other party.
I think a big issue that Republicans are running on also, if you could call it an issue, is Joe Biden. And, if you look at historic trends, they don't fail often when one party is in control of Washington and the midterms come around, it's rough on them. And it would be the exception to the rule if that were not to happen. And Joe Biden's approval rating is exceptionally low right now. And so despite all these other actual issues that come up in the news every day and stuff that people deal with, those trends are powerful kind of unseen forces that hang over all of this. And then, I think we've all alluded to it, but the economy is another major force in the race that these candidates, as candidates, they can't do anything about. They can position themselves around it, but it's out of their control.
One thing that I've been wondering about, paying attention to is, Sean mentioned Joe Biden's approval rating is low. Tony Evers' approval rating has basically outperformed Biden's for, the last several months. So, I'm watching to see, do they catch up with each other one way or another? Does Joe Biden drag Tony Evers down, or does Tony Evers continue to outperform the federal level?
You can see the entire For the Record show this Sunday morning at 10:30, right after Face the Nation. And then Monday night, be sure to tune into Campaign 2022, Battleground, Wisconsin. A 1-hour News 3 special looking at the major races in the Tuesday primary. That's Monday at 7 o'clock.
And this just in, a third person has died of that lightning strike we talked about at the top of the show in Washington, D.C.
As reported earlier, the Janesville couple died this morning. A fourth person is in critical condition, and we'll be right back.
Shop local for quality made in the USA products at Wanakee Furniture, ETC. Browse a wide variety of sofas and hardwood home furnishings from brands you can trust, like Smith Brothers, Simply Amish, and Flex Steel. Every style, every budget.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
In a recent clinical study,
patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity,
using less or a lot less oral pain medicines,
and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
At Pick and Save, we believe local produce shouldn't be hard to find. That's why we work with local farms right in our own backyard to bring you fresher than fresh produce.
You got everything I need. You're like medicine to me. Oh, baby, yeah.
Because shopping for local produce should be as easy as shopping at your local Pick and Save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
When it's hot, all you want is some relief. Relief from the heat outside.
relief from sleepless nights, and relief from big electric bills. Even your air conditioning unit needs some relief. So when you wrap your home with our premium injection foam, it's like putting your entire house in a cooler. It keeps the hot air out, the cool air in, and your electric bills lower. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
Outlets at the Dells, an attraction not to be missed. With over 60 of the world's biggest brands, we thrill family vacationers, trendsetters, and all who love a smoking hot discount. We are all about the thrill of the deal, the joy of finding the thing you forgot to pack, the backpack that the kids really, really want, the sneakers that make PE class the most awesome, and the discounts that no one else can touch. Get the first day look they want and save up to 70% off everything for back to school. Visit outletsatthedells.com for coupon and details.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses I proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Shop local for quality made in the USA products at Wanakee Furniture, ETC. Browse a wide variety of sofas and hardwood home furnishings from brands you can trust, like Smith Brothers, Simply Amish, and Flex Steel. Every style, every budget.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
Well, take a look at this. This is a reminder that technology is full of surprises. Chicago meteorologist Greg Dutra got really excited during a live newscast when he accidentally discovered his monitor was also a touchscreen. I gotta try it. Anchor Terrell Brown also ran over, ready to test the gadget out. The screen moves, it zooms, it tilts. All things the meteorologist jokes were not mentioned in the training manual.
Look at how excited he is.
It must be new.
We need to get one of those for Gary.
They didn't tell him that it was a touchscreen. Yeah, he's a happy guy right there.
Yeah, we got our monitors. It was before the touch screens really became, more the vogue thing. But, we have the ability to move stuff around. We got an iPad.
Zoom in
we can do that. Yeah. So,
and we're going to be zooming up with temperatures tomorrow.
Yeah. You don't need a camera to do that for you or a picture. Temperatures are going to be going up. The humidity levels will also be going up as well. We have an alert day in the forecast. I'll have that in just a couple of minutes.
Are you looking for a little bit more life on the open road? Sounds pretty good to me. We are here at Wisconsin RV World in DeForest, the oldest towable licensed dealer in the state of Wisconsin. That's a lot to stand on. Christy, tell us about these beautiful, beautiful beauties behind us.
Well, we've got a lot of new brands, and that's why we're here today. Lance is one of our newest ones. It's our most luxurious, and it's one of our only 4-season campers. It can sleep up to 6 to 7 people. It can be towed by just about any half-ton vehicle. Some of the other great features are the kitchens. They're a lot more livable these days. You get larger refrigerators, butcher block countertops, backsplash tiles, and the same with bathrooms, larger, more storage, and then also the bedrooms. They are featuring a lot more king beds. One of our products has a new feature called the King Bed Slide, which means you can slide one all the way over, still can get dressed in your bedroom, which is not always the case.
You are going to think you're in your own home. And then you have the Camp 365, which is so versatile.
Yeah, you can go anywhere, do anything with it. You can use it 365 days a year, and it can be towed from anything from your UTV to a hybrid, and that's one of its greatest features. And then we also carry the Gravity fifth wheel toy hauler, and from as large as a 14-foot garage, you can get your UTVs in there, your motorcycles, and we were very excited to have the Gravity fifth wheel toy hauler, which we have not had in some time.
Christy, thank you so much. You can't buy happiness, but it's dang close. Come and find out why right here at Wisconsin RV World in DeForest. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
And my economic plan is moving this country in a better direction.
What planet is he living on? Record gas prices, 40-year high inflation, costing families $5 grand more for their necessities. Sorry, Joe, that's the wrong direction. Here on planet Earth, Senator Johnson voted against Biden's massive deficit spending that sparked inflation, and he passed tax cuts to help Wisconsin families survive the economic turmoil caused by Democrats.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
If you're outside this afternoon, you probably felt the heat. The humidity is not far behind, and we do have an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow. We've been talking about this for the last few days. That's why we put the alert day out there. They kind of give you a heads up that this is a day that you might want to keep an eye on the forecast. And for tomorrow afternoon, looking for a high temperature of 92 degrees with the heat index between about 96 and 101 degrees. And that covers pretty much all of southern Wisconsin. For tomorrow itself, we're looking for high temperatures in the lower 90s. Madison, 92, 90 in Cottage Grove, 90 in Sun Prairie. Then again, you factor in the humidity, you'll probably feel a good 5 to 10 degrees warmer than those actual high temperatures. Three things you need to know in the forecast. It'll be a real scorcher for tomorrow, no doubt about it. But with all that humidity and a cold front coming in from the north and west, you know there's going to probably be some thunderstorms, and those will occur tomorrow night into Sunday. Some of those could have heavy rain. The severe weather potential is down. We talked about this last night. I thought, you know, the main threat is going to be heavy rain, and there will be some areas that could pick up a couple of inches of rain out of this. But once the rain moves out Monday morning, we're looking for dry weather to return for Monday afternoon and pretty much continue through all of next week, and with comfortable temperatures in the upper 70s to the probably the middle 80s, the warmest of the days next week. A few showers, a couple of thunderstorms trying to develop in central Minnesota, but over the next 24 hours, the majority of the rain will stay to the north. For tomorrow, the severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, about the same as last night. The potential for a couple of strong to severe thunderstorms to develop from southern Minnesota into western Wisconsin, but these will actually move northward for a time tomorrow, so the severe weather threat should stay to our north. I think our better chances for thunderstorms will arrive after midnight, and that will limit the severe weather potential. But the rain is going to come in waves. There'll be some periods of showers and thunderstorms. Any area that gets caught underneath the heavier showers and thunderstorms could see some heavier rainfall amounts. In fact, the computer models have just updated, and it puts Madison over 3 inches of rain. Now, whether that's going to occur here in the city, that remains to be seen. But most areas will see a half inch to an inch of rain, but there'll be spots that will pick up 2, 3, maybe 4 inches of rain that get caught under the heavier thunderstorms. The heat building just to our south and west, and a lot of times these thunderstorms develop right on the northern edges of the heat. As that sags southward later in the weekend, that's when we'll see our better chances for rain. So for tomorrow, high temperature 92 degrees, partly sunny, hot and humid. Again, you factor in the humidity. Heat index somewhere between about 96 and 101 degrees. Now, as we take a look at future track by late tomorrow afternoon, again, those temperatures in the 90s, the best chances for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow evening will mainly be to our north and west, but they'll get closer. And then as we head into overnight and into Sunday morning, notice the threat for showers and thunderstorms. A couple of waves, one moving on through, maybe Sunday afternoon, a little bit of a break, and then the atmosphere kind of reloads again, and the next round of showers and storms moves through. Again, a general half inch to an inch of rain over southern Wisconsin, but there'll be spots that pick up over 2 or 3 inches of rain. It's just hard to pinpoint exactly where those will be. Otherwise, as we take a look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, once the showers clear out of here Monday morning, it's pretty much smooth sailing for the rest of next week. High temperatures between about 80 and 85, lots of sunshine and low humidity pretty much beginning Tuesday and lasting into Saturday. Even next weekend, I don't think it'll be terribly humid. A little more moisture might lead to a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm Saturday night, Sunday, and Monday of the following week. But right now, I'm thinking probably about a 1 in 5 chance at best. So it's possible we could see a week's worth of dry weather once we clear out of here after the weekend.
Looks nice. That'll be good. All right, Gary, thank you.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Gary.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, it's a sausage prank that was literally out of this world.
Jeannie Mose has the story of a sausage slice impersonating a celestial body seen through the Webb telescope.
We've all been looking at them in awe, gushing over them.
Look at this thing. Isn't it beautiful?
Even if we're not quite sure we understand what these gorgeous Webb telescope images are actually showing, especially this one. The planet Nibiru, 5 billion light years away, no, a salami slice.
It feels great. It smells amazing.
Actually, something smells fishy. Turns out a famous French physicist, named Etienne Klein, posted the image saying it was taken by the Webb telescope, a photo of Proxima Centauri, the closest star to the sun. Most of his Twitter followers got the joke. It was actually chorizo, pork sausage. Of course, the internet responded by grinding out more sausage images, passing them off as the view from another angle or another planet orbiting the original sausage star. But some didn't appreciate mixing astronomy and gastronomy.
And just give it a good massage. Engage with your food.
The esteemed physicist engaged with his critics, apologizing and calling the photo a form of amusement, but urging people to be cautious about accepting eloquent images at face value. No object belonging to Spanish charcuterie exists anywhere but on Earth, Klein tweeted. Still, if the moon is supposedly made of cheese...
It's like no cheese I've ever tasted.
Why can't a star be made of sausage? The joke and the meat have this much in common.
Sweet, a little spicy.
Genimos, CNN, New York.
The internet.
Beware of what you see on the internet.
All right, when we come back, a preview of a new action movie opening this weekend. That's when Live at 4 continues.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Mom, Abel's looking for you.
Oh, all right. As parents, we know that all Wisconsin kids should grow up in a healthy, safe world. As a women's health doctor, I know that access to abortion services is fundamental to personal and economic success. I'm going to fight for financial security so Wisconsin families can succeed and even dream. I'm Jillian Bettino, a mother, a doctor, a fighter, and I'm running for Wisconsin State Treasurer.
Oh, wow. Packer scratch games are back, and there's a chance to win 2 season tickets for 2 years?
Piggies in a blankie.
Thank you.
Wisconsin Lottery Packers scratch games are back with instant cash prizes and a bonus drawing for 2 Packer season tickets for 2 years. With prizes this exciting, everything feels like an opportunity for a big play. Available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
All right, go Pack Go, man.
How do you use your energy? Hitting the ball farther than yesterday? Fielding whatever comes your way? Trying to shine as bright as the sun? At Alliant Energy, we bring more clean, renewable energy to our customers every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power, we're thinking about each other. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Don't miss your chance to save big money on patio furniture at Menards. We have the latest patio furniture options in stock, ready to take home today. Dine in style with an outdoor dining set, or relax and unwind at a cozy bistro table. Menards is your one-stop shop with all of the latest patio furniture styles at the lowest prices. Hurry in. These deals won't last long. Get 11% off all outdoor patio furniture now at Menards.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Can we buy your gas today?
It's on us today.
Are you kidding me?
With high gas prices impacting us all, News 3 Now joined forces with Verizon and Quick Trip in a call for kindness.
Is this your car? It is. We'd be happy to fill it up for you.
Offering free gas fill-ups to help ease some of that pain at the pump.
Really appreciate it, because I need it.
I will absolutely pay it forward, so I'll be looking to hopefully do something for somebody else today.
Working to make a difference in our community every day. News 3 Now.
All aboard the bullet train.
David Daniel has a look at the new big action movie arriving in theaters this weekend.
What am I snatching and or grabbing?
A briefcase. You said you wanted simple for your first job back. Doesn't get simpler.
A simple job gets very complicated and very dangerous for Brad Pitt in Bullet Train.
I'm not the only one on this train looking for this case.
Evan, where's the briefcase?
Oh, it's so shit. It was just
honesty.
There's a bunch of assassins on the train, all looking for the same thing. And it's, you know, these characters are so bombastic, they're brilliant, and they give you so much material as an actor to play with.
Hi, there's a gun on.
Bro, it's the quiet car. Gotta use your small inside voice in here, son.
There's a gun.
The film was shot during the early days of the pandemic.
It was kind of a reflection of what was going on at the time. You know, you have all these people who were going through their own individual journeys who are then put together on this mission and not really knowing what the outcome is going to be, but yet you're on a train that's taking you to a destination and you're all going the same way.
Yeah, it was before vaccination. So, of course, a little scared, but we believe in each other.
Everything that's ever happened to you
This is gonna sting! Whoa!
has led you here. Fate. That's a deal.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
That looks pretty good.
It does look really good. We'll see what Will Loper thinks on Monday.
Still to come before we go backstage with Bruno.
Michael checks out Madison Savoyard's production of Gilbert and Sullivan's Ruddigore. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
At TSR, we transform your old, beat-up concrete into a beautiful, durable surface in one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings. We specialize in garages, patios, pool decks, basements, and more. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We start by grinding it down, then we apply the base coat and chip and seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. Our coatings are beautiful, durable, ridiculously easy to clean, and are backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty. Our in-house team is ready to answer any questions that you have before and after the install. And right now on all projects, we're offering 15% off. Call the number shown below or visit our website for your new floor today.
One-day floor.
The Stanley Steamer started with one man, a van, and a whole lot of carpet. We've been innovating for a long time. Stanley Steamer now goes beyond carpet. We've been cleaning tile and grout, upholstery, rugs, air ducts, and a whole lot more. We don't just clean carpets, we clean homes. So when your home needs a cleaning, give us a ring at 1-800-STEAMER.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows. We've done the runaround.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different. The experts guided us through every step of their no-pressure process.
We really loved their educational approach. Next Door and Window helped us understand what was right for us.
They have a totally different approach to doors and windows. They made the window and door replacement process simple.
Call 844-600-NEXT to get 50% off your installation.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses I proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
In your first warrant traffic, here's the view of the Beltline approach. Well, I think there's the camera right at Stoughton Road. Traffic starts to slow down a little bit at the top of the picture as the flex lane comes to an end and traffic tries to merge as we head toward the Beltline interchange with I-3990. So a little bit of a slowdown just east of Stoughton Road. Otherwise, Beltline looking in pretty good shape. I-3990, 94, east side of Madison, no problems. Beltline about 15 minutes either direction between University Avenue and the interstate, and it's a quick trip from the Beltline down to Janesville on I-3990. That'll take you 25 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Madison Savoyards is presenting the Gilbert and Sullivan comic opera Ruddigore.
It was first staged in London in 1887. Does it stand the test of time?
It does if you can figure it out. Now, stay with us on this one. It'll make sense at the end. Let's go backstage with Michael Bruno to figure this out.
Gilbert and Sullivan is famous for a convoluted plot with a big old twist at the end.
Ruddigore opens in the small village set in the UK, a village that just happens to have a professional corps of bridesmaids. And it's been a minute since we've had a wedding.
There's a maiden in the village that they say no one else can get married until she does because she's just too beautiful and everyone wants her, so they have to marry her off so that they can get married, finally.
One of the first scenes features Dame Hannah, who is a very nice old lady who lives in the village, full of wisdom, and she's telling the bridesmaids of the legend of Sir Rupert Murgatroyd, a bad baronet of Ruddigore who long ago was cursed.
He gets in trouble with a witch. He's torturing witches and being really mean to them.
And the witch who he last encountered placed a curse on him and his bloodline.
He must now commit a crime a day for life, or he will die in terrible agonies. Rose Maybud is in love with Robin Oak Apple.
But he is not who he says he is. Robin Oak Apple is living under the assumed name of Robin Oak Apple, but his true and rightful title is Sir Riven Murgatroyd, the bad baronet of Ruddigore.
And he has come to the village to hide himself and live a simpler life as a farmer, get away from all the drama of the family curse, and passes it on to his brother.
And he falls in love with pretty little Rose Maybud, the maiden that the bridesmaids are obsessed with marrying off.
They are both in love with each other and always kind of have been. They're both too shy to say anything.
It ends up, at the end, Robin is not strong enough to admit his feelings for Rose, so they separate and they part again.
But at some point, since we know it's Gilbert and Sullivan, they ended up being together, which I don't know why. It's supposed to be me.
It is the first instance of an opera or anything that makes fun of the horror genre.
You mean to saddle all you've got upon your...
Just when you thought things couldn't get more complicated, his foster brother and very dearest friend, Richard Dauntless, comes back from sea after being away from home for 10 years. They have a great reunion, and Richard tells Robin that he will profess Robin's love for Rose himself.
Finally, they admit feelings for each other. And then, lo and behold, there's the curse, and the brother reveals that he is actually the bad baronet of Ruddigore.
Richard has gone behind Robin's back and has told, I know, it gets a little complicated. He tells his younger brother, Despard, who is now the baronet of Ruddigore, that Robin, or his brother, Riven, is still alive and is living under the name of Robin. So Despard crashes the wedding, all chaos breaks loose, and the curtain closes with Robin pouting and in despair, having just been outed and having to adopt this title of Bad Baronet of Ruddigore.
Michael, your reactions were the best part of this whole story.
Did you follow any of that?
The singing is good.
The singing is wonderful, but the plot line, good grief, it's just craziness.
And I understand the curtain comes down on the first act. People think it's over, and there's still a second act.
Right, exactly. You've gone through all that, but wait, there's more.
Well,
but it's really everything about it. I mean, the singing is wonderful. That the sets and costumes are beautiful. They're doing a really great job because this production is really never done as much as the ones like Mikado and HMS Pinafore. So I give them lots of kudos for putting this production up.
Just pay attention. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's get the specifics. Here's Ruddigore at the Bartell Theater in Madison this weekend and next. Go to bartelltheatre.secure.force.com/tickets. That's as confusing as his play, his opera.
There will be a test.
All right, it's that time. 3, 2, 1, it's
Friday!
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Stay cool. Hi, Jim.
Yeah,
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Save big on throwback sale at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer, Ashley. Get an Ashley Sleep Twin mattress starting at $169. Save $1,000 instantly on Serta Cozy Escape Sleeper Pillow Top. Guaranteed delivery in 5 days or less on in-stock mattresses. Shop now at Ashley.
Velco Factory Direct. What does that mean? It means no middleman, no overpriced, underperforming windows. Factory Direct means getting what you want, when you want, without breaking the bank. It means when you buy one window, you'll get one free. Yes, free. It means quality craftsmanship, custom designs, and a lifetime warranty. Most importantly, it means a team of window professionals dedicated to one thing above all, your delight. Buy one window, get one free. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
When it's go time, I don't let constipation stop me.
New great-tasting Dulcolax Chewy Fruit Bites work naturally with the water in your body in as little as 30 minutes. So you can go fast, go gently, and go on with life. New Dulcolax Chewy Fruit Bites put you comfortably in control.
I'm Rebecca Clayfish, and your choice for governor is clear. I'm the Tea Party mom who took on the Madison establishment and won. Tim Michaels is a Madison insider who's enriched himself with your tax dollars. I stood with Scott Walker to cut your taxes. Tim Michaels sided with the union bosses and pushed to raise our gas tax to make himself richer. Tim Michaels is out for himself. I'm Rebecca Clayfish. As governor, I'll always fight for you.
Wisconsin Save Big on Throwback Sale happening now at Ashley. Save up to 58% off doorbusters while they last, plus special financing for 5 years. Shop now to see our lowest prices in store at Ashley.
Wisconsin is now one of the nation's most important political battlegrounds. The August primaries and November midterms could set a new course for our state and our country.
News 3 Now brings you a look at the key races and issues in campaign 2022 Battleground Wisconsin.
Monday at 7 p.m.
Imagine a world without breast cancer. What if you were the one more we needed to raise one more dollar, take one more step, share one more story? The power of one starts with you. Join us for the More Than Pink Walk, August 28th.
There's live view from the WISC Skycam. Skies are mostly sunny. Temperatures are warm. Queen Bee Radio Skycam also showing plenty of sunshine. A couple more clouds there, and that's because the humidity levels are a little bit higher out to the west. Right now, 85 in Madison. Most of southern Wisconsin away from Lake Michigan in the mid-80s. A little cooler closer to the lake. Here in Dane County, look at temperatures that are mainly in the middle 80s. 85 in Cottage Grove, 83 degrees in Mount Horeb. Otherwise, look for temperatures to drop off into the upper 70s by late this evening. But again, we have that alert day for tomorrow for high heat and humidity. High temperatures, lower 90s, the heat index 96 to 101.
All right, stay cool, everybody. Coming up Monday here on Live at 4, film critic Will Loper will have the latest box office numbers.
And we'll go on the road with Harvey Briggs, behind the wheel that is, in the brand new all-electric Genesis G80. That's a beaut, Mark.
It is a beaut.
We'll have that story coming up Monday on Live at 4.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses I proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
It's like I'm downloading in slow motion. Wish we had better internet.
Charlie! That's right. It's me, Charlie. Wish specialist for Spectrum. Let's get that wish granted.
How?
Spectrum Internet delivers fast speeds for a stronger connection on all your devices. Here. Here! Yeah! And here. Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep your kids safe online.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
Why do we need all these remotes? I wish our shows were in one place.
Spectrum TV makes it easy to find your favorites. Plus, you'll have access to over 85,000 titles on demand. And with the free Spectrum TV app, you can watch live sports, news, and more on any device, anywhere.
Get Spectrum TV for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
I wish we didn't have a contract. Granted.
Oh, he's good. Switch to Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-768-4999.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles, just move on. You'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started. Now place your order and lock in 2.9% APR for 60 months on select Ford vehicles, and you're protected, even if rates go up before your order comes in.
It's nothing.
Sounds like something.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes for fast relief when you need it most.
Listen, I'm done settling because this is my secret. I put it on once, no more touch-up. Secret has pH balancing minerals, and it helps eliminate odor instead of just masking it. So pull it in close. Secret works.
Well, it is now August, and we've entered the dog days of summer. Keeping cool is a top priority for two dogs that we know.
Louie and Oliver have been keeping cool in the Newshounds World headquarters, compiling this week's top animal stories. Take it away, guys.
Here's the Newshounds, Louie and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the Newshounds, Louie and Oliver are fans of this idea.
Try to catch these corgis.
And a bear sits in a pond.
But first, Fiona the hippo, quite possibly the world's most famous hippo, is going to have to share her virtual spotlight from now on. The Cincinnati Zoo just announced that Fiona's mother, Bibi, has had another baby, officially making Fiona a big sister. The zoo had limited details on the new bulky bundle of joy, but said Bibi and her baby are both doing well. They also said the pair will bond privately in the habitat for a couple of weeks before making their public debut to visitors at the zoo.
And they're off. Canterbury Park in Minnesota hosted corgi races, and these little short-legged dogs are pretty speedy. The event consisted of 6 trial heats featuring 72 corgis competing for a chance at Best in Show. It wasn't just speed, but cuddly chaos also on display. In the end, the top dog was a zippy little guy named Teddy. The winners from several dog categories will face off in races in September, with the grand winner crowned the Bark in the Park champion.
All that running around can heat a guy up. In Japan, a Tokyo clothing maker and veterinarians have teamed up to create a wearable fan just for dogs. A battery-operated 3-ounce fan is attached to a special mesh outfit which circulates cool air around the animal's body. The outfits come in 5 different sizes and cost $75 US. The devices debuted in early June, and its maker, the Sweet Mommy clothing line, can't keep up with all the orders. All we can say is, cool.
Finally, this is the story of a black bear seeking some relief from the heat in a backyard fish pond at a home in Massachusetts. He was panting heavily as he soaked his fur in the water and quenched his thirst, all the while as koi darted all around him. Footage from a security camera shows the bear flinching and looking into the water warily as the large, colorful fish darted around him frantically. Eventually, all that fish commotion was too much for the bear, and it lumbered away less than a minute and a half after it got into the pond. Stupid fish.
And that's this week's edition of the Newshounds Now Update.
Those cans will come in handy this weekend. Thanks for watching. See you Monday. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.